Come here now, girl.
Hello and welcome to WhatMap, your one-stop shop for everything workshop. I'm BonBonB and you're very, very welcome. So today we're going to have a look at a map that's brand new release, stood out on the workshop like a sore thumb with a glorious thumbnail, and I figured it had to be done this week. So was there anything else that stood out about this map, I asked myself?
It's my first map.
Yes, it appears to be the creator's first map, which is quite outstanding when you see the mountains, which we'll have a look at immediately as soon as you've hit that like button. That's right, hitting the like button won't get you to see the mountains any quicker, no matter how much I ask you to hit the like button, but it will get me seen by more people, so thank you. Okay, today's map is Tongass Coast by RM. Now, put your speculation as to what RM is short for down in the comments below. Please keep it clean. I can't think of anything particularly rude on RM, but there's your start square. But I'm sure that you could if you tried very hard. There's your resources, a little bit all over the place. We've even got some oil in the shape of a dinosaur bone. How about that? And then off to the workshop. There are a few things to subscribe to, not too many, mostly trees, not so rocky European theme because Europe rocks. Hey, not so rocky rocks, never mind. And we're using the Relight average LUT. Okay. Now the highways, they're how can I describe them? I think they were drawn right at the very end in somewhat of a hurry, which you'll see in a minute. See the way they're slowly but surely coming together. I don't mind drift between highways because if there's a natural feature or just wanting to be a bit creative, you can split the highways up. This doesn't look like that. This looks like they're slowly but surely coming together. Also, it looks like they're set to ground level, which is nice. You know, it doesn't need to be elevated. Like here, we are going elevated, where I would have thought the highways would actually go down at the level of the ground. So I do believe this was forced using the fine road tool, sorry, my mistake, into that elevated section. And then they come together right as a pinch, and that is your start square end. Now, if we go and have a look from above, you can see, I reckon these were just drawn in one long arc, in one go. I don't think much thought was put into those whatsoever. Doesn't mean it's a bad highway, it just means I think they could have spent a little longer getting this down to ground level, because I think it looked a little bit slicker. Now, on the asset review today, we have two for the price of one. On the left, we have the Ornamental Pear Tree by MrMaison. Your friend and mine, MrMaison, much loved by all, and these are amazing assets. Amongst those, you've got the Juvenile Pear Trees too. Meanwhile, on the opposite side, which is now on the left, we have the Magnolia, and there are two variations of Magnolia in the pack as well. Factoids, because factoids, on the day she was born, the day that she was born was the coronation of, get it right, Edward VIII. So the Exeter woman was christened Coronation. She later married a Mr. Street and became Coronation Street, which will mean nothing to you if you don't live in the United Kingdom, but it's our longest running soap opera, Coronation Street. There you go, a Magnolia and Ornamental Pear Tree, and a bad factoid reading by BonBonB, and also by MrMaison. Well done, mate. You did much better with your trees than I did with reading. Reading is a very tough thing to do. Anyway, where were we? Yes. You would actually pre-read that as well. I still couldn't get it right. The highways. Now, the highways here, they loop around. So they go off all the way down that way. And then you got a loop here. I have a problem with this, except for that 2-lane highway on the end there. That is Network Extensions 2. Now, Network Extensions 2 isn't on the list of required items. It is a dependency, except for the only place that you're going to see that is right there. So if you don't have Network Extensions 2, I don't think it makes any little difference at all. Honestly, just feel free to not have Network Extensions 2, unless of course you want Network Extensions 2, in which case have Network Extensions 2. I'm backing myself into a corner badly here, aren't I? Okay, so that's the highways. Not too much to say about the highways. The rail, there is a little bit more to talk about. Now, where I was moaning previously about the roads and they were elevated in a straight line in one build, I think that works to the benefit of the rail. Although the rail is, if we stick on the terrain lines here, we are going down a little bit steeper than I would normally like in a realism map, but it's not horrendous. And if we turn the terrain lines off, you don't really notice it that much. And so I'm not marking it down for this. If it's believable and it's eyeball, the eyeball can't see it, you know, I'm okay with it. And beyond that, where we've got elevated sections here and cuttings, they all make a whole bunch of sense. So I quite like the rail, mostly. Apart from something that will... yes, there's always something. Poor old BonBonB sat in his little chair there, finding something to groan and moan about. Love this embankment. Look at this. Where it didn't work with the road, I feel that really works beautifully well with the rail. But yeah, BonBonB sat in his chair looking for something to moan about. He's not happy unless he's having a gripe, is he? Oh dear. Yes, don't forget though, first map. This is first map. So we are going to have a look at those mountains as well. I know I promised you we'd look at the mountains. They are coming. They are coming. Okay, elevated section here leading into the bridge. I think that is very well worked indeed. Very pleased with that. That could have been all end of nightmares there. And they've done a good job. Well done, RM. Brilliant. Around this way. And then we're elevated again before going into the bridge section. Again, very well done. Excellent work. Like it a lot. Now things start going a little bit ornamental pear-shaped. I didn't intend that to be a pun, but it's going to work in today's show. And when I say it's along here somewhere. No, not going pear-shaped yet. It will go pear-shaped in a minute. That's very nice work, by the way, before then. Here we go. We have foliage. And these are clusters of bushes, and they've been put down without too much thought. Clusters of bushes, of course, have a larger footprint than a regular tree, and if planted at speed, you can overlook the fact that they would encroach onto an area you didn't really want them to. And this tree here is planted down the hill, which means its branch is actually cutting into the catenaries. So that's a little bit of a minor fail again. It's all minor stuff, and most of you won't give a jot. And good for you. Absolutely good for you. That's how it should be. Different maps for different people, and some of you, those that will hate this sort of thing, yeah, you can have a moan. Go on, join me moaning in the comments, why don't you? You can do the typing while the intermission is on, why don't you?
Have you ever wanted to create a snow scene in your summer city, but you're not interested in buying the Snowfall DLC? Then you need the Beginner's Guide to Snow Without DLC by BonBonB. Click the information button now.
And back to Tongass by RM and the shipping routes. We have this shipping route here, and it joins up almost with this shipping route over here. It doesn't join up, it runs parallel, but you know what I mean when I say joined up. Then over here, it goes through this bridge, which looks a little bit too low, and also the pillars on either side, I think, are going to be clipping hazards for whatever shipping we have go through there. So it's all ends of fail. The shipping route ends there. This one comes up here. Similar problem here. I think we've got all three problems going on through there, and that shipping route at dead ends there. Around the corner, we've got a slightly bizarre air route that seems to be drawn out as a shipping route. Yeah, okay, not that it's a problem, it just seems a bit odd. And then we've got another air route which proves that they do know that air routes go over land as well as sea. So there we go. Water flow into the start square, and there are arrows. They're tiny weeny ones which are leading us down this way, and we're hunting for wherever they stop. In this kind of area maybe? Yeah, we've got arrows pushing into this. Now this area around here does appear to be a null point. So if you want to be building around there, there may be some minor pollution problems in that zone. Right, let's have a little look at, we'll leave the mountains till last. If you hit like, I'm sorry, I'm leaving them till last, I don't care. They're the best part of the map. There you got a slight undulation on the start square, not too bad, very comfortable building. And we've also got, now I'm not blaming the map maker for this, but I have got tree lod fix and I've got ultimate level of detail, and we've got some quite bad lod popping on these clusters of bushes. I think that's probably the asset creator. I think that's probably Pidelmo. I'm not checking, but I think that's possibly Pidelmo. I don't know. Anyway, pop, 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 pop. Can't do anything about it. That's the way it is. Just the way it is. Okay, over here we've got some deep, dense forests. Shall we go down to ground level? We can see how deep and dense these are when we get down to ground level. Yeah, when you get to ground level, it's, well, kind of like Slender Man, isn't it? It's not that dense at all. But it works fine from above because the canopy is so thick and dense and lush. Great choices. So, these mountains then, yeah? Do you want to have a look at them? I think we should. I think the tree work on these is excellent. It just goes into the foothills. Got a lot of grass in the mountain tops. That's my only grumble with these. It's a choice of theme, of course, that's causing that. We could go with a theme that has like snow for grass, or maybe sand for snow, and then paint sand into the mountain tops. If only I had time to do that. We've got a mountain stream here. Mountain stream is quite prettily detailed. I think we could quite happily live with this one. It's pretty cool. The water's flowing a bit slowly for a mountain stream, but hey, there you go. And it flows out to sea there. Let's have a little look at, yeah, I'm happy with that. This is all based on the terrain of Alaska, by the way. I forgot to tell you. I don't know if it's done from a terrain party, but these mountains are really believable. We have this one tree that has survived up in the hills. It is the king of the trees. I am the king of the trees. You all shall look up to me. Yes, and the mountains are just superb. You're not going to be building into the mountains, but we do have some very interesting like channels like here as well. Yeah, I mean, I think the coast could do a little bit of work down here, but it's still not bad at all. It's all very nice. Now, as I was saying about the grass, if only we could convert it to snow. And of course, you probably noticed in the intermission, I chose the snow without DLC tutorial to show you. And yes, I have changed the snow over here. I've used sand. I've removed sand from other parts of the map and used that as snow in the hills. I think that looks much sharper and crisper and more like Alaska. I've never been to Alaska, but I do believe it is quite snowy. So anyway, what do you think? It's your chance to vote on this map. Is it a 1-star map? Is it a 5-star map? Is it somewhere in between? Your vote really does count. We used it at the end of the month for the Viewer's Choice Top 10. Will this be one of the top 10 maps of the month? Only you can decide. And remember, you're voting for it without the snow. This is BonBonB work, not map maker work, okay? But I'm going to use it for a thumbnail because it's pretty. Aesthetically, it's okay. It's okay. I think it could easily have been a 4-star map had we gone with snow. I think it falls a long way short of 5. It doesn't quite hit 4-star territory. It's a 3-star map. Detail is okay. There are some issues, like bridges are too low and things like that. But nothing, it's not horrendous enough to drop to 2 stars. So I'm going to give it 3 for detail. Gameplay potential. Yeah, I think it could be more so. I think it's playable. I think you can have some fun with it. I don't think it shines. I'm going to give that 3 stars as well. It looks a bit more than a 3-star map, but I'm going with 3. Tongass Coast by RM. The thumbnails are excellent. Gotta tell you. I'm not saying false advertising, I'm just saying that is good marketing. Oh yes, good marketing. And that's why I probably gone with the snowfall in the thumbnail. Just marketing. It's all about the marketing. Anyway, anybody notice my maypole in the Patreon box there? Do you notice it? Anyway, vote now on the old map on screen and have a great day. I'll see you tomorrow for another map in the What's Map series. Have a great day and I'll see you very soon. Are we up? Are we finished?